kick unit will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
On second down, here's Wilson. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Willie Snead, 40 yards. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. Spinning past him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's got some space here. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 14 there. And that leads to a Washington first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the 13-year man puts it through. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Redskins who have the lead here. As we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report, here's Larry Ridley. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or do they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They come out here in the eye. Handoff comes to Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Garoppolo now. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. That one goes for 36 yards. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Here's Peterson on 3rd and goal. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time, and now it's 2nd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Wilson on second down. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And the Bills offense comes out ready to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On second down, Peterson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
But that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They'll come out in the pistol. They run again with Peterson. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Just a yard in the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This one caught left side by Cooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be first down, Redskins. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
On second down, Wilson. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now it's Ajayi. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
On second down, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And avoids the contact by sliding. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Fresh set of downs here. They run with Ajayi. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, Wilson forced out to his left. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of the difference between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? Because that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly had. Plenty of family back there. God love it.
And here come the Bills. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play. And
he's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good game. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Love the call by the offensive coordinator, recognizing the situation very well, calling for the play-action pass, and completing it.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now back to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And this looks to probably be the final play. They'll come out in the pistol. Wilson wants to throw it. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline.